Hey guys, welcome back to FX Action Trader weekly market analysis video, and in this video I'm going to walk you through all my analysis for some potential trade setups in this coming week. And also please remember to watch my recent video regarding how I made over 200 pips from this euro dollar. So let us start from this pair today, the euro dollar. So on daily chart, we can clearly see that market is in a very clear downtrend where we can see lows are being created and also lower highs are being formed. And this lower high is also one of the key area of the entire daily chart where market showed a very strong rejection when price is retesting this key level. So how are we going to scale down to look for trade? In this week, let us go to the H4 time frame. So on H4, we can even see the downtrend structure in a clearer picture where market have a push to the downside and market started to enter some sort of sideways condition, and market has again did a breakout and a new push to the downside. So in this term, we can understand that this is actually a trend continuation pattern. So on this week, let us scale down to the trade on this week. As we can see, before the market closed last week, we can see that there is something like a pullback to the key level on H4. So the key level is around this level, where this level previously was a support level, and now this area is going to turn to a potential resistance area. So how are we going to trade this week? So here we can see that there is one trend line being broken and market is now doing a pullback to this area around 1.19842. So this is the area that we are going to look for sell signal or some selling chart pattern such as double top or even a head and shoulder. So we are going to wait for a sell call at this area and we are going to short the market. So if we look on the daily chart and if this downtrend structure is valid, there is a high potential for market to retest the previous support zone at here at 1.16. So let us see whether the market is going to continue the previous downtrend. So let us have a look on the next pair, the pound dollar. So pound dollar on daily chart, we still can see there is a very strong bullish momentum. All right, in overall, market is still in the trend line. All right, market is still supported by the entire trend line. And if we go on H4, we can see that this is likely, market is likely to form a head and shoulder at here. Right, market is likely to form a head and shoulder at here, which is a very strong bullish continuation pattern. If we see that there is a strong push to the upside, market pull back and did an inverted head and shoulder to indicate that the market is still controlled by the buy. Market is still controlled by the buyers. So how are we going to trade on this week? So let us mark down the important zones on H4. So on last week, there is a very strong selling momentum after market retested this previous lower high area, which is also the previous resistance or support zone. All right, we can see there's some support here. And now this zone has turned into a resistance zone. So on this week, for better confirmation, I would prefer market to do a clear break above this zone, and I need to see that there is a candle close above this zone at 1.4, and when market pull back, there is a time I'm going to look for my buy signal, and my ideal take profit area would be the previous high at here around 1.1417. There is about 170 pips movement. So let us wait for this to happen. So what if the market decided to go down? So if the market decided to go down, market somehow will still need to break this previous low in order for a downtrend to be valid. Meaning to say that market need to break this previous low and form a new low before we can go for any sell call. So let us move to the next pair, the gold. Alright, so the gold on H4, we still can see that market is still in a sell structure. So let me zoom out and draw the trend line for you guys. Alright, so market is somehow stays below this trend line, and we can see that market has formed few significant key level, and this key level has a beautiful price action within the level. So now let us look at the nearest key level. All right, so the nearest key level would be somewhere around here. So we have to wait for a pullback, and at here we can scale down to 1 hour time frame to look for short signal and continue to short the market. All right, so if market did a very strong break above this trend line, market is likely to reverse the trend or direction, but at time being we are still going to focus on a sell trade instead of a buy trade. Let us have a look on the yen pair. So Euro yen, this pair I found that is pretty interesting, because if you look on daily chart, market has been in a very strong bullish since May 2020. So on H4, what we can see is that market on last Friday has did a very nice breakout above the previous high, and market retested this previous high, and market again before Friday market close, market break the nearest high again, and we can see that a new high is being formed. So this week we are likely to see there is a pullback. All right, there's likely to see a pullback, and we can enter to buy the market if there is any buy signal in our entry time frame, such as double bottom, or we can see that any price action indicating that the continuation of the bullish trend. So the detail of each trade I'm going to update in my Telegram channel and also my Telegram discussion group. So please make sure that you click the link below to join my group and to access to all my contents. So let us have a look on the weekly chart for this pair before we proceed to the next pair. So if we are looking on the weekly chart, we still can see that the weekly resistance is actually at this level. It's about 132, and if we go back to daily chart, there is still about 200 pips movement to the upside. So as a trend trader or price action trader, we should not have a concern by market is at the swing high, or market has been in a bullish trend for a long period of time and market should be doing a trend reversal or a pullback. Now we should not have that we should not have that kind of thoughts in our mind, and what we should do is we should always trade on what market has been showing us. So on this week we are still going to look for a buy signal unless market show me some signs of trend reversal. Let us have a look on the next pair, Euro AUD. So Euro AUD on daily chart, market is still in a clear downtrend. I think I have repeated this in my previous weekly analysis video. So on H4, what we can see is that on H4, market has violated this double bottom structure, where this was a strong support. Market couldn't break through for a long time, and now this zone has turned into a resistance zone. So we are likely to see there is one more push to the downside, which is the previous low at 1.526 to 1.528. So we are going to look for sell signal at this area. So guys, that's all for my analysis for this week, and I'm going to give more updates in my Telegram group, and feel free to join us. I see you guys in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.